Hi guys, welcome back to Digital Dreamer. Today I'll be showing you how to do the two-sum project. But before that, first just like and subscribe this video. Okay, the two-sum problem says that we are given a list of numbers and a target. Our goal is to find the two numbers in the list that add up to the target, then return the indices of these numbers in the list. So as you can see, I've created two functions here because I'm going to be showing you two correct solutions for this. So before we start, I just want you to pause this video and create these functions. Okay, we'll start with the nested loops solution. A nested loop is essentially a loop inside of a loop. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a loop for I in range 0 to the length of the num list. Then for j in range I plus 1 the length of num list. So now what we're going to do is if num list of I plus num list of j is equal to the target, then return I and j. And then if it didn't find any pairs, then it will return none. So that's our two-sum using nested loop solution. Now I'll show you the two-sum using dictionary solution. We're going to start by creating a new dictionary or hash map, right? We'll call this numdict. And then in most programming languages, to create a dictionary, you will use curly braces. And then we're going to write for I in range, again, 0 to the length of num list. And then this time, we're going to start by creating a num variable, which is simply the num list of I, just so that we can easily reference it. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. And then we're going to create another variable. The difference is equal to the target minus the current number. Then we want to check if the difference is in the numdict, then we are going to return numdict of diff and I. These will return the two indices. And at the end of this loop, if it has not found anything, we will return none. Now it's time to test this code. To do this, we're going to put a print statement here. We're going to do two-sum. We'll start with the nested loops solution. We'll say something like 3, 5, 6, 2, 1. And then we're going to have our target be 11. And then we're going to do the same with the dictionary. And then just so that we can tell the difference between these two solutions, we'll start by saying print. This is the nested loops solution. And then we'll do the same after this, but then we'll say this is the dictionary solution. Okay, so now let's start. This is the nested loop solution. However, the dictionary one returned nothing, which is weird. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot this one bit of code. Otherwise, here, the numdict of the current number is equal to I. So in case we ever find the difference later, we can take this number. Now if I run it, it should say 1 and 2. So, you might be wondering, if both produce the same solution, does it really matter which solution you choose? And the answer is yes. While both would work, there's one big advantage that the dictionary code has over the nested loop solution. Runtime. Runtime is how long it takes for a bit of code to run. See, when you have a loop inside of a loop, you have to have how many ever times this loop keeps running before this loop can go to the next iteration. And then then the inner loop has to do the same thing. So that would make it, so let's say n is the runtime. That means that the runtime, or let's say n is how long it takes for one of these loops to run, right? That means the runtime of this code right here would be big O of n squared. However, here in the two-sum using dictionary, there's only one loop. So this is just big O of n. So runtime is an important factor here. It may not be much, but runtime always matters. Thanks for watching.